Hello, my friend, and welcome to this reading. My name is Oki, and today we will explore what's coming next in love and relationships. And those relationships or connections could be anything from the relationship to yourself and cultivating self love, or maybe friendships, romance, acquaintances. All of those things could be in the cards for you. And also, we are taking a look at how those connections or relationships will heal your heart. And finally, we will have a look at how this will actually change your ability to connect to yourself and others. So, it is a reading about love, but also a reading about a lot of emotional healing coming in for you. And as you can see, I have shuffled out four cards for you to choose from. And we have card number 1 with the Observer, card number 2 with Rose Garden, card number 3 with Red Garden, and card number 4 with Sea Witch. So, as always, you will find the timestamps in the description box below. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So, you chose this beautiful card, the Observer. And the first things I'm feeling is that maybe you need to step back from a relationship and go into the position of an observer, maybe disentangle from some unhealthy relationship, or it could be the opposite. It could be that you always feel like you're on the outside, you're just the observer, you have difficulty connecting to others on an emotional level or on a deeper level. But let's have a look at what is coming up next for you in love and relationships. I saw one card falling out, but it didn't. Very interesting. What is coming up for you in love and relationship? Love yourself first. And heart-to-heart conversations. Very interesting. So we have love yourself first, and it reads your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So yeah, this love yourself first really could point to taking a step back and investing more time in self-love, self-care, self-respect, as it says here, and not settling. So for me, this has a bit of this energy of choosing someone or having chosen someone in the past, mainly because you don't want to be alone or you feel the desire for love or something like that, without actually paying too much attention to, is this person really a good match? Is this connection really what I want? Does it feel right? And more maybe making a practical or logical choice about connections or relationships that now don't feel right anymore, that now you maybe feel that you are not being seen, that you're not being yourself or can be yourself in that relationship. So maybe you have to maybe not leave the relationship, but emotionally, like, turn your attention to yourself, love yourself first. And maybe also communicate that. Communicate maybe the things that haven't gone well, or maybe the decisions that you've made that now don't feel right anymore. And with the observer, maybe also observe or try to understand your relationship patterns. Maybe in your romantic relationships, you will go for the same person, even though you know that it's not the best connection. Or maybe in your friendships, you have certain patterns, or even how you treat yourself and how you love yourself has a certain pattern. And I must say, I feel a great sense of heaviness. Something feels very heavy. The energy feels very heavy and sort of stuck and difficult to move. So don't get sucked into relationships that don't suit you. Even if you crave connection, even if you're maybe desperate for connection, wait for the right connection. I think that's a really important message that is coming through. And here it also says it will make you more attractive. And I believe that not only self respect, but also knowing yourself well, being honest, being authentic, that will attract the right people to you. Maybe you've been sort of hiding who you really are. And maybe that's why you attracted the wrong people. Because it's, of course, not only about who you choose, but also about who's even interested in you. And trust that your vibration will attract the right people to you. Okay, now let's have a look at how those changes will heal you. Those connections coming in will heal you. And we have into the unknown, underworld, depths, courage, facing your fears. Yeah, and the first thing I'm hearing is always make decisions out of love, never out of fear. And I think that card goes very well with what we've already discussed. Don't choose a relationship just because you don't want to be alone. Choose a relationship because it feels right. And then you will be able to go deep with that person and be courageous enough to be honest, to have those heart to heart conversations, whether that's telling someone that the relationship doesn't feel right to you anymore, or whether that's making your interest known towards someone that you have either romantic feelings towards, or maybe you want to become friends with, or maybe they're a new person that you've just met and you just want to get to know them better. And you need to take the first step and express yourself, become more honest in your expressions overall. Okay. And we have plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. I love that energy for you because, again, that's telling you to be courageous. And I think that actually is how you will get out of this heavy energies that feels like you're stuck, that you sort of have to take this plunge, that you sort of have to like break free and just dare to try something else, to try something completely new once you have done this reflection on your patterns and on where you are at the moment. Dive into the unknown. Take a leap of faith. Yeah, this reading is really calling you to be courageous, but also to be curious and to be authentic, to express yourself. Don't hold back on your expression of yourself, on following your dreams. And also, I'm feeling that for you that there might be some self-worth issues that are healing now that will allow you to make better decisions in your relationships. But let's get some tarot cards. So what else do we now need to know about that healing energy? This card is sticking out. The Knight of Wands. Yes, just follow your impulses, follow your instincts, jump in, go for it. Follow your passions. Okay, and then we have the Moon and the Four of Cups. Let's put it here. Again, the Moon goes very well with this dive into the unknown. Maybe follow a path that is unknown to you, that you haven't followed before. Try to break those patterns, those habits that you have around relationships, and trust your heart, trust your intuition. Again, don't make your choices out of fear. And maybe this feels a bit scary or strange to you first, to not make your choices with your mind, but rather with your heart and your intuition. But it will lead you to where you need to go, is what I'm hearing. And again, the Four of Cups can talk of feeling like stuck or sometimes also bored, but I think in your case it's more like resignation is the feeling I'm getting. Maybe you have given up on finding the right person or finding happiness even. But this reading is here to tell you that you will be able to find love or the relationships you want, but you have to work on yourself first. And now let's have a look at what you need to learn to be able to go on that journey, to be able to draw those new relationships into your life. And we have ecstasy, yielding, rapture, bliss. Yes, that goes very well with the plunge and with the Knight of Wands. Follow your bliss, as they say. Allow yourself to enjoy yourself and allow yourself to go with your heart and your intuition. And maybe one of your patterns of relationships is choosing someone that feels safe, but with the Four of Cups, maybe also a bit boring. And maybe now it's time to choose someone, obviously not someone who isn't safe or who is unsafe, but someone who's maybe a bit different or a bit outside of your comfort zones. Someone you feel drawn to, but you usually wouldn't dare to go after, let's say. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. But let's get some more tarot cards to see what it is that you need to learn here. I see those two sticking out. And we have the Four and the Nine of Wands. So more wands, more about tapping into your passion, into your desire, into your decision-making skills. Be patient is what I'm getting with the Nine of Wands. Because it will be a bit of a journey of self-discovery. And yes, I think it's important that you don't wait. I think it's important that you start with it right away, or you're open to starting it right away, but it might take you a while until you've figured it out. It will be worth it. It will be so worth it because the Four of Wands can sometimes stand for celebration or even marriage. So I think something is coming up that will feel very rewarding for you, or someone is coming up, or some relationship constellation is coming up that will feel very rewarding for you. But you have to learn to understand and recognize this. What it actually is it that you want? What actually is it that would feel rewarding to you? Or that would feel like something you want to settle on for you? And what are you willing to give for that? Or what are you willing to let go also for that? What kind of changes are you willing to make for that? I'm hearing also something about a self-discipline. So maybe those patterns you fall into, they are just sort of habits of yours, and it will take you some discipline to consciously break those patterns, break those habits. That could be a thing. And it's interesting because we are getting a lot about following your bliss, using your intuition, following your heart, being authentic, but also a bit about this. It will take some work to get out of this stuck, heavy energy that I'm feeling at the moment. That's very interesting that it is both. So now let's have a look at how this will change your ability to connect to yourself and others. And we have homeland, arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building settled. Yes, very beautiful. That's also goes well with what we've already talked about that. And this is the card 44, so that goes very well with the Four of Wands. The number four, of course, symbolizing stability. So I think going through this journey, you will be able to find relationships that feel very stable to you, and also, as we've mentioned before, that you will go be able to go really deep with someone, emotionally go deep with them, and really connect in a new and deeper way than before. Someone you want to stay with, maybe forever, even could be, was a journey ends, or at least someone who will feel stable and safe to you, and you will support each other in that relationship and nourish each other in that relationship. Someone who will feel like home to you. Yes, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And you deserve this, is what I'm getting to tell you. We have the Four of Swords, so another four, and the Six of Swords. So with the Four of Swords, yes, it will give you the feeling that you have arrived. It will give you the feeling that you can rest now, that you're not searching anymore, that you're not confused anymore, that you're not entangled in things you don't want to be entangled with anymore. It's actually, I think, in this case, really the feeling that this person you are connecting with, they really have your back. And also, you feel stable and strong enough that you wouldn't even need another person to feel safe and stable. They are more like an extra, a gift on top of everything else, but they're not necessarily something or someone that you need. So I think you will become more independent in one aspect, but also more able to allow yourself to really go into the relationship, go deep with the person, trust that person, be vulnerable with that person. And the Six of Swords tell me that all of what you're feeling right now, the maybe sense of hopelessness or being stuck or boredom or just that something isn't right, you will leave that behind. You will move away from it forever. You will be changed forever, and you will get to better relationships and better overall situation that you're dreaming about. So yeah, this especially those three cards, I think they're so hopeful and inspiring and mm, such a good omen for you. So don't give up hope. And this is the first step. This is really the first step, the concentrating on the self love before you can connect to others in a different way. And connecting to yourself also to your intuition, to your heart, to your desires, making those the center stage, not other people. And then from there you will draw in the right people, or you will find the right people and will be courageous enough to express yourself to them. Okay, let's see if your guides have any last messages for you. And we have you are more. Yeah, it's very beautiful message that goes so well with what we said about your self-worth feeling now. You are more. You can rise up. And also with the bird flying in the air again, getting this observer perspective, seeing yourself in a new light, reflecting on yourself and your relationships. And then from there, going into your healing journey that will lead you to lasting love and happiness and relationships and a person that feels like home to you. So, yes, very beautiful. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Please consider liking and subscribing, and see you next time. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So, you chose this beautiful card, Rose Garden. And I found it very interesting that the cards I shuffled out for you to pick the group from, we had both the Rose Garden and the Red Garden. But yeah, anyway, with the Rose Garden, the first feeling I'm getting is you are really opening up to love. You're really opening up your heart to feeling more emotions, to feeling more love. Maybe love for another, but also love for yourself, I think. And maybe also love for nature with the garden theme here. Or just the beauty of life, maybe opening up to that more. Yeah, something really strongly speaks to me about opening your heart. Okay, so let's have a look at what is coming next in love and relationships for you. What is coming next in love and relationship for you? And we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Okay. And retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Very interesting, because that doesn't seem to speak about opening up more. That actually speaks about withdrawing, disconnecting. And also, if someone is deceiving you, also probably you shouldn't open up to them even more. You should withdraw from them. Okay. Right now, I'm not quite sure what those cards mean, so I will just circle back to them later and have a look first at how what's coming next in love and relationships will heal you. Let's see. How will this heal you? Thank you, gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. Birth mysteries, what are you being called to create? And the wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. Okay, it's getting more and more mysterious. Let me see. Let me feel into it more. Actually, I want to switch those around because that makes more sense to me. Very interesting because now I'm getting the sense that the person wearing the mask in the relationship is actually you. So I feel there's a relationship or relationships in your life, could be friendships, could be work relationships, or even romantic relationships, where you maybe feel like you have to keep up appearances. You have to be a certain way to be accepted. You can't really be yourself in those relationships because somehow that doesn't feel safe for you, or that doesn't feel like other people would accept or respect you if you showed more of yourself, something like that. And with the what are you being called to create card, I feel that that is shifting, that you're finding more ways now how to be yourself. And also, of course, taking on a role, playing a role, doesn't necessarily mean that you're being inauthentic. Just be careful that the role you're taking on, you're not merely taking it up because you feel that is expected of you or you're pressured into it. But of course, you can have different roles, like you would probably act differently in a professional setting than in a private setting, and so on. And I think for you, it's more about how to consciously create those roles that will allow you to sort of fit in or match the energy of the situation, but also have those roles be an authentic expression of yourself at the same time. And with the retreat, I'm actually getting sort of the opposite energy. I'm getting that maybe you have been in retreat and now is the time for you to come out of retreat. And I feel maybe you are coming out of a mourning period or a period of separation, or yeah, a period of disconnecting anyway. And you will be now able to integrate those experiences and move from them with gratitude. And maybe if the situation wasn't a good situation, then not gratitude for the situation, but certainly gratitude for the things you learn from that situation. And with this card, the wishing well, I feel that something new and exciting and maybe surprising is coming in because it says unexpected gifts. And that new thing or that new person that is coming in, and I'm feeling that it could be a new friend for you, will help you open up your heart again. Okay, but let's get some more tarot cards to see how this new personal relationship coming in will help in your healing. Six of Swords. No, let's actually put that here. So that person will really help you move on from the past, move on from that dark place, or move on from that time of retreat or isolation or disconnect, and sort of participate in life, is what I hear once more. Participate in life. And we have the star seed. So that is the equivalent of the Fool card in this tarot deck. So, yeah, a brand new beginning, a brand new beginning for you. And a beginning where you have a lot of choice to make decisions in which direction you want to go, where you can be yourself more and maybe be playful and explore different things and be curious again, curious about the world again, curious about relationships again, curious about emotions and love again. So, yeah, a lot of fresh new energy is coming and very beautiful. And I think it's just the right timing. I feel that now you're ready. Now you're ready to open up to that, to receive love, to receive kindness, and to allow it to transform yourself. Okay, next let's have a look at what you might have to learn in order to be able to invite that new relationship or in order to heal. And this card stays on top, so I'm taking it, and it says faith, trust, unwavering confidence, unwavering confidence. Learn to trust yourself is what I'm hearing. Learn to trust your own decision making skills. Learn to trust that if you are being yourself, people will still, or some people at least, will still accept you and love you, maybe even more so than before, because you don't want to be the one wearing the mask and deceiving people. You want to have relationships where you can be true to yourself, where you can be open and honest with the other person. And I think that is something that you are learning now. Okay, and let's have a look at how that will change your ability to connect to yourself and others. Because we already talked about that this new relationship, possibly a friendship, maybe a romantic relationship as well, or a work relationship, but I definitely feel that there's one or more than one person coming in for you, and it will change you. And we have vulnerability. Open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. That's so fitting to the rest of the reading. Didn't I mention it in the very beginning that I'm feeling that you're opening up your heart? Yes, that is something you will be able to lean into more, to be vulnerable, to be open, and then allow love in, and allow connection, and allow tenderness in. And with this image on this card here, also allow it to carry you, allow love to carry you, not necessarily a person, but just love itself. Allow it to carry and inspire you. Okay, but let's get some more tarot cards to see how this new relationship will come in and heal you, and how it will change you. The High Priestess, trusting your inner wisdom, trusting your intuition. The Queen of Wands, standing in your power, knowing what you want, going for what you want. The King of Pentacles, lots of confidence, I think, coming in for you. And one last card, Two of Swords. Yes, I think overall, this shift that you're making, it will hugely, hugely increase your confidence about yourself. And you will have great clarity and discernment to make decisions. You won't fall for deception or false relationships anymore. And that is also very interesting, that you are more true to yourself if you stop maybe even lying to yourself or deceiving yourself or trying to convince yourself of something that isn't true. If you stop doing that, then you will also be able to see through other people's deceptions and lies and manipulations, because then you will be very centered and grounded in yourself and in your emotions and in your mind, and very aligned to who you are and what you want in life. And that will give you a great sense of clarity and confidence and power and connection to yourself and your intuition. So that's very interesting. I feel that for you, a really, really great shift is coming if you allow it. If you allow yourself to open your heart. If you allow yourself to be more authentic in a creative way, in a way that still allows you to be flexible and adapt to situations. And if you're able to let go of the past and come out of this connection, out of this retreat. And I think when you meet this person or this group of people, you will know that they are a good fit for you, that they are resonating with who you are. And you will probably need a bit of courage to allow yourself to connect to them, because I feel they will be very different than maybe the people you've connected to in the past. But if you're able to do that, so much will unfold for you. So much will unfold for you. But the key really is to allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to be open, to have trust and faith in yourself, in your path, in your inner knowing what is right and wrong for you. Okay, let's get one more card. And we have abundance. Abundance of love, abundance of happiness. And I love this beautiful pink color here. That again speaks to me of an open heart, a receiving heart. And with those different colors here, really allowing the beauty and fullness of life to inspire you and to connect with you, and allowing those those energies that want to come to you. And with the whale, also allowing yourself to go deep into your own emotions, but also to go deep into a relationship with someone else. Oh yeah, the strongest overall feeling I'm getting, like things are about to shift for you in a really, really strong way, in a very beautiful way. So yeah, congratulations. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so, so much for spending this time with me. Please consider liking and subscribing, and see you next time. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So you chose this beautiful card, the Red Garden. And the first feeling I'm getting is that something is very mysterious, very secret, also very sensual, maybe. So maybe you have a secret crush, or someone has a secret crush on you, or I don't know. It seems, yeah, very mysterious. I don't know yet. So let's get some more cards to see what is coming next in love for you. In love and relationships, could also, of course, be self love or friendship. What's coming next in love and relationships? And we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And also forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And I think the forgiving card goes very well with the reconciliation card. So, yeah, someone from a past is returning to your life, and it could be that you are getting back together with someone, or that they are just coming back for a moment so you can go through this process of forgiving and learning and reconciling and then release them fully. Or it could be that someone who maybe you've met before and maybe you've had an interest in, but nothing really came of it, could be come back and now you're reconnecting to them. Could also be reconnecting to an old friend or family member, so it doesn't have to be romantic love, even though in this group, I think it is more probably about romantic love than not. If you are looking for that kind of relationship. If not, it could also be a friendship, or it could be that this person is just coming back so you can sort of finish the lessons that you had to learn from that relationship and release them fully and heal fully. And with the you've already met the romantic partner you seek, it really could be that you already know this person and now they are coming back into your life, or now they are coming closer into your vicinity, into your life. But again, somehow I feel that there's still a secret around this. Maybe your feelings for them are a secret, or maybe their feelings for you are a secret, or maybe it isn't the right time yet because one or both of you are in different relationships or different like situations where you can't connect with each other. But something is about to blossom and grow and bloom with the red garden, I think. Okay, let's first have a look at how this will heal your heart, how this will heal you, this person that is coming into your life or that relationship. Okay, three cards flipped around. We have metamorphosis, embrace transformation. Things are different now. Yeah, I think that goes very well with the forgiving and learning that you will transform through the past and transform into something new, and things are now different either with that person or also maybe you have changed or you're in the process of changing. Then we have Atlantis, keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. And with this card I am getting to take it slow. Even if you already know who that person is, I think there's still some, as we mentioned before, processing to do or getting to the right point in your life where you can actually even be open to a relationship like that. And then we also have planetary wave, soul mission, trust the inner core, soul team. So, yeah, I feel that something about this relationship is probably karmic. Something about this relationship is not just about the relationship, it's really about stepping into who you are or who you want to be. Yeah, I'm really getting a sense of this connection or this relationship is very spiritual here with the third eye and crown chakra being activated in this card. And even this gateway here as well. Yeah, there's something something deeply transformative, deeply healing, and deeply spiritual about this connection. And with someone from the past, it could even be someone from a past lifetime, because something about this feels very, very karmic. But let's get some tarot cards to see how this relationship will heal you. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Actually, let's put that like this. So this card looks very, let's say, cosmic, like bringing in the energies like that and creating something new. Yeah, very beautiful. So again, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight, so more about going slowly and really focusing on keeping on track rather than rushing in and choosing like the right steps at the right moment, being really careful about how you want to build that. And with the Ace of Swords, I'm getting such a great sense of release, even more than from this card. So I think it's just really emphasizing this card of forgiving and learning and letting go and healing. So something about this relationship or this person or another relationship you've been in probably was quite difficult and you haven't integrated the lessons yet. But now is the time to really like process it and find closure and let go of it and move on with great clarity and a great sense of release and relief and letting go. And as it says here, also being more present in the present moment. Okay, let's have a look at what you need to learn in order for this healing path and this connection to unfold. And we have, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that card, so I'm just going to read the keywords, and they are madness, ecstatic ritual, energy release. Yes, something really, really needs to be released. And there's a transformation that you need to allow. Something will change you deeply. And I feel like connect you more with your true self, your true path. Maybe also connect you with your wild side a bit, with this nature scenery and the red hair. So your wild side, your passionate side. It says ecstatic ritual. So allowing really allowing this energy, this love, this passion to transform you. Allowing to let the past go and really diving into it, maybe even without knowing where it will take you, but trusting that it will transform you. Like a spiritual cleansing almost. And we have the Queen of Swords, so more swords. Yeah, I'm really getting that. This transformation will give you great clarity and great alignment with your spiritual path. And maybe activation of your crown chakra, of seeing clearly with your third eye, with your intuition, seeing your path in front of you, seeing how all of this fits together, maybe also learning or finding out or using your intuition to tap into how this is karmic, what your karmic lessons are here, what your karmic connections are here. And again, I'm getting the energies that this connection, whatever it is it's both very sensual but also very spiritual. Okay, let's now have a look at how this will change your ability to connect to yourself and others. How will this change your ability to connect to yourself and others? Transparency, honest, authentic, genuine presence. And somehow I'm feeling drawn to getting a second card. Soul cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. So, yeah, some really dark energies you will be able to let go of. And more about, with the transparency, about clarity and understanding how everything fits together, and more about being more present in the moment. Showing up as the person who you are meant to be. Being aligned with your spiritual path, but also being connected to your, let's call it, earthly nature, your physical nature, your sensual nature, your passionate nature, your wild side, maybe even. So I think there's a lot of elements of bringing different energies together and healing, transforming. It also has almost an alchemical feeling of really transforming those dark, heavy, and also, again, I feel karmic energies into something really beautiful and nourishing for yourself. Okay, let's get some more tarot cards to see how all of this will unfold and what you can learn from it. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Hierophant. So for me, those two nine cards really point to the end of a cycle. And I think it's a very large karmic cycle that went on through several lifetimes at least. And once you've released those old energy and transformed and alchemized those old energies, they will give you a sense of fulfillment and luxury and enjoyment and really leveling up, I feel. Because the Nine of Crystals is sometimes the card of luxury and financial independence and success, and the Nine of Cups has a very similar theme, but it's more about wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. Really, the sense of having arrived. That's what I'm really getting strongly from that card. Resting in your happiness, abundance, fulfillment, being really centered. And again, with the, don't know if you can see it, but there's a little moon shape on her crown. So again, something about activating the crown chakra, but here also the heart chakra. So more about alignment, activation, spiritual activation. And with the Hierophant, of course, spiritual wisdom, being a strong theme. And it's interesting that this is showing up in a love and relationship reading because I feel it's a lot about your spiritual path, but I think there is a person or people that you need to connect with in order to be able to unlock all of that, to unlock your spiritual powers, to unlock your spiritual path. Could be a lover, or maybe a teacher, or maybe a community, or a friend that is on a similar path as you are, or maybe even someone you have a conflict with right now, but it will resolve and lessons will be learned and you will be able to release it. Okay, let's see if there are any last messages from your guides for you. And we have inner truth and also nourishment while waiting. And I love the colors of the nourishment while waiting with the pink and or purplish colors here, really nourishing your heart, I feel, in the heart shape. So really what was sort of maybe painful and what needed to be healed, there will be so much healing and it will feel very nourishing. And the inner truth, again, I think this journey really is unlocking your inner wisdom, your inner truth, your spiritual truth, your inner alignment to your own heart, but also to your higher self. Yes, very, very powerful transformations for you coming in if you can allow them. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so, so much for spending this time with me. Please consider liking and subscribing, and see you next time. Hello again, and let's get started with your reading. So you chose this card, the Sea Witch. And I find it very interesting that this card came out in a reading about love and connections and relationships, because from this card, I am getting a strong sense of independence, self sufficiency, maybe also your connection to nature or to animals. However, not so much a connection to other people. I mean, could be that there is something else coming in, but those are the first impressions that I am getting. So let's have a look at what will come up for you next in love and connections. Let's have a look. I'm getting this card, Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Hmm. Okay. And we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. That's interesting. We have the word faith twice. So maybe it is that you don't feel very romantic at the moment, or maybe your independence has been so important to you that you haven't really connected to anyone else, or maybe you find it difficult to connect to other people, or maybe you just don't feel very attractive or flirtatious, or maybe lack the confidence that someone would be interested in you. But I think you have a lot of very attractive and positive aspects about yourself. I think maybe you will need to see yourself in a new light first, because before you can draw in the romance or the friendships or the connections that you seek. So, with the trust, maybe also trust yourself. Trust that you have it in you to connect to others, even if it's for some reason or another difficult right now. Okay, let's see how those connections coming in are healing your heart. I'm getting so many cards, but I'm taking them. All right. So we have beneath the surface, what's really driving you, true motives breaking free. The water carrier, what really matters, reflect, reprioritize. So we have two cards about asking yourself what is really going on, what's happening beneath the surface. What are your priorities? What really matters? They go very well together, I think. And we have into the unknown, underworld, depth, courage, facing your fears. And thank you, gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. Okay, let me sense into it for a moment. It's interesting because while I'm trying to concentrate, I totally feel like the energy draining out of me. I'm getting really sort of tired and not wanting to look at it. And so maybe that's something that is blocking you right now, that you don't want to look at what's beneath the surface, what your true motivations are, what your fears maybe are, but you will need to face it. You will need to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and understand why you are where you are, and understand what it is that you deeply desire, not just on a surface level. And I feel with this card, maybe something about you is a little bit quote unquote different or unusual. And maybe you often feel like the odd one out. Or maybe you are just really, really scared of rejection. Could be. That's why it's telling you to stay optimistic and trust. But also, I feel maybe you have even some sort of trauma or deep pain surrounding relationships. And you can't sort of gloss over that anymore. You will have to confront it. You will have to take a look at what's really going on. What are what are your wounds that are holding you back? Because maybe on a surface level, it feels like you want connection, you want relationships, but I feel that on a deeper level, maybe you are the one that is disconnecting, even though it might feel like no one else is interested in you, or other people are rejecting you, or other people are withdrawing from you. But really, I feel it's you who is sort of not opening to connection because there are some fears or some wounds. Okay, let's maybe get some more tarot cards to see how that can heal. Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, with those two cards, the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, I really feel that you have to learn maybe even some skills that will allow you to connect more to people. Maybe you need to improve your social skills or your emotional intelligence. Maybe you just need to work on yourself, on understanding yourself and being confident about yourself. But you do need to move forward out of the situation you are in right now, because this is not sustainable anymore, any longer. You will need to, with the reflect and reprioritize, make decisions for yourself and your life path. But with the Two of Cups, I also feel that someone is coming in to help you with that. And of course, it could be someone like a teacher or a coach or a therapist, but it could also be someone like a friend or a lover or someone who really, really wants to support you and wants you to see your own beauty, to see your own preciousness. This is what I'm hearing. To open up to love and to self love more and to trust and be optimistic. Yeah, I feel that someone really has an interest in supporting you and in helping you heal because they see all the positive things about you that you can't see at the moment. But again, I feel that for you it will require some work, and I think it starts with being courageous, with facing your fears, with opening your eyes to what's really going on, reflecting on what's really going on, reflecting and finding out what your underlying patterns or pains or traumas are and what needs to be healed. Okay. Let's have a look at what it actually is that you need to learn. Religion, canon rules, commandments. That's very interesting because, as I mentioned before, I feel that you are quote unquote different in some way. And this religion card, it speaks of the status quo, speaks of rules, it speaks of sticking to norms. And I think you're you're not doing that, or maybe you're forcing yourself to do that, but you're not meant to do that, is what I'm getting. You are unique and you would do well to embrace that and to forget about those rules, those commandments that maybe you've been socialized or told or taught to believe that are important and true, but they aren't important. Find your true motives. Make decisions about what really matters. And I think you will find that it's not keeping up appearances, it's not sticking to the rules and protecting a certain image that you have of yourself or that other people have yourself. I think it's more opening up to positivity, to trust, to love, to uniqueness, to healing, and inviting that in. Okay, and let's have a look at how this will change your ability to connect with yourself and others. Yemaya, origins, freedom, power. That's a very powerful card here. And it even says power. Look at her, how dynamic she looks, how confident she looks, how aware of her own beauty she looks. And I feel that maybe actually I should read from the guidebook for this card for you. Let's see. And it says, feeling drawn to underwater or sea people's archaeology, exploring ancient history, understanding the power of water, and respecting feminine divinity and personal freedom. Exploring your potential and what you can birth and empower. An interest in Santeria, voodoo, and connected belief systems, looking to become more primal, reconnecting with your timeless self, taking care of yourself at a deep, ancient level, and beginning to relate to people's profound self rather than their social or constructed self. Yes, I think that really goes well with the theme of religion, this constructed or social self, and instead rather connecting with how it said here, becoming more primal, reconnecting with your timeless self, taking care of yourself at a deep and ancient level. And here it goes on to say the third eye and crown are highly activated, yet sacral and base chakras are powerfully grounded and flowing too. This card can also show someone is sorry for past injustices, and is willing to be part of the solution, creating respect and love now and in the future. So what I got from the description in the book, I feel yes, you want to connect to your true self, and you will be able to do so once you've gone through this process that we've described. And you will feel more freedom and power once you've released those wounds, once you've released those traumas, once you've released your wish to be quote unquote normal. And I think there's many ways in which you are normal, but there's also, I feel, something about you that's very, very unique. And trust that this uniqueness is actually connecting you to your power and your freedom. It's not something that is wrong or flawed or anything like that. Trust that. Really, really trust that. Okay, let's see if your guides have any last messages for you. We got this card, inner conflict resolution. Yes, and interesting here is the eye and the crown chakra. And this card also spoke about the third eye and the crown chakra being activated. And also, maybe you want to check out group 3 because there was also some messages about the crown chakra and the third eye being activated. Of course, you don't have to, but if it resonates, maybe check that out as well. Yes, and that is important for you to lean into self-acceptance, into self-knowledge, into self-love, because otherwise you will always carry this inner conflict with you. And this inner conflict and maybe the need to hide some aspects of yourself is what will give you the feeling of disconnection from others. So heal that inner conflict with the pink color here, love, and the purple color here, transformation. Okay. Want to get one more card for you. And we have magnetism through gratitude. Yes, beautiful. And dear card, thank you for reminding me because I didn't really talk about this thank you gratitude card that we've already got. So we are getting it twice. Magnetism through gratitude. So I feel if you can develop gratitude for both who you are and what gifts you have been given, but also for your experience in life, you will attract more good things to come to you. And sometimes, of course, it can feel very difficult to be grateful for anything if you are in a difficult situation and you're not where you want to be and you feel that you lack the things that you want to have. However, even here it spoke about positive thinking and being optimistic. And I think how you can lean into that more is by recognizing that there are some things in your life that are going well and they deserve to be recognized and they deserve to be grateful for. And maybe you have heard this before, but I'm not sure who said it first, but they're saying if you are alive, you are doing more things right than you are doing wrong. More things are going right for you than are going wrong for you. So I'm sure you can find even more you can be grateful for. And I recommend it so often. But what really, really helped me personally is having a gratitude practice where At the end of each day, you write down 10 things you are grateful for. And it can be very small things like, I don't know, a friend sent me a kind text, or I enjoyed my breakfast this morning, or something like that. They can be really small things. Or even things like being grateful to yourself, like saying, I'm grateful that I started this gratitude practice. I am grateful that I decided to be more optimistic. I am grateful that I decided to face my fears. So you can be grateful to yourself as well. And I think cultivating this gratitude will help you be more optimistic, be more trusting that good things will come to you. And as I mentioned before, this might be a bit of a journey because I feel there's quite a bit of emotion or emotional pain for you to process. But once you go through it, you will become so much more free and so much more powerful and so much more able to be yourself and shine and radiate this beauty and power. So I hope this reading can give you some hope, some inspiration. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Please consider liking and subscribing, and see you next time.